Sal International here for recordonline.com. This is KnightCap. We're capping Army's 62-7 win over Lafayette here before a sellout crowd at Mikey Stadium. It's just a game that Army needed after an offensive struggle at Duke last week. Just lots of rushing yards here. Cole Masick, pretty much the star of the game, sophomore fullback. Came in after Andy Davidson got hurt on the first series and had over 100 yards rushing and a touchdown. And Cole stepped up, maybe third string fullback behind Davidson and Darnell Woolfolk, who's out with a sprained ankle. And Cole had a really good game. You look at, he moved 17 carries, 111 yards. He had a long touchdown run called back on a holding penalty, but then scored a touchdown in the third quarter. Army today really stepped it up through the air, had 3 touchdown passes. First time they've had 3 touchdown passes since 2007 when Carson Williams accomplished that feat. So that's a long time ago. 2 TD passes for Chris Carter, a TD pass from Ahmad Bradshaw to Jeff Ejeka. Chris Carter pass to Jordan Asbury was a pretty pass. Timing pass over the middle of the field. Nice catch by Jordan Asbury. That went for 59 yards. So, and the Ejeka catch was a nice catch in the end zone too. And then you add in a Joe Walker touchdown catch, and toward the end, some freshmen getting involved in the scoring with Kevin Hicks, fullback, and Malik McHugh. He almost had 100 yards rushing in the fourth quarter. So he rushed for 94 yards today. Bradshaw had 109 today. And Army's numbers on the ground are what they should have been today, 537 yards rushing and a total of 671, including the passing yards. So, and the defense, they played pretty solid. They gave up 1 touchdown on a 5-yard TD run by Lafayette, but that was about it for Lafayette. Again, Army's defense, 223 yards for Lafayette today. They came in ranked 5th in the nation, and the only thing coming out of this game, the only really issue is the health of Andy Davidson. Coach Monken said he wasn't really sure about next week. He hoped he can play. Didn't really go into what kind of injury it was, saying the doctors were going to take a look at him. Masick filled in pretty well, and I'm not sure. Coach said he hoped to get Darnell Woolfolk back next week, but that's still iffy. Talking to Cole Masick after the game, he said he's just ready to go in when the coaches need him. So if that means next week, he'll be prepared. And next week North Texas is obviously going to be a little bit tougher game to come in 3-3. They have a bye week this week, and it's something that the coaches and players are aware of. They knew that this game they had to focus and not take Lafayette lightly. Lafayette was 1-5 coming in, gave up over 700 total yards last week to boredom, and Army took care of business. They scored that well. They only had a punt 1 time in the game, and that punt Nick Schregg wasn't able to get off and tried to run with it. Had it fumbled, but a couple plays later, Marcus Hyatt had an interception in the end zone, so it didn't cost Army any points. Talking to Coach Monken after his press conference, he said he really kind of got into the team at halftime for a couple penalties on their last drive there, and giving up the touchdown in the second quarter, and also, just the special teams play to a point. He said there's a standard here, and in the second half, Army played solid football, and they were up 35-7 at halftime, so they didn't really need to do much. The test will come in the next couple weeks. North Texas won't be easy, and Wake Forest on the road after losing the last 2 years by 3 points each. We'll see where this team goes. They're two victories away from bowl eligibility after a 62-7 win here at Mikey Stadium. For KnightCap at recordonline.com, I'm Sal International.